So we have Abigail, she was in the evidence room. Brad, he was in the reception area. Clarence, he was beside a plant. Donovan, he was beside a TV. Earl, he was on the bed. Fern, she was sitting in a chair. Grant, he was alone in the chief's office. Harrison, he was in a corner of his room. And Vladislav, the victim, he was alone with the unaliver. So, we all know the drill by now. I'm going to go through and X off all the shelves, tables, TVs, plants, anything that cannot be occupied. Awesome, looking good. I always kind of want to check as I go. So we have shelf, 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 table, table, that. Missing the plant here. That. This one kind of looks hard, so I am excited. Looks good. So Abigail was in the evidence room. We can't do much with that yet. Brad was in the reception area. Clarence was beside a plant. Donovan, he was beside a TV. Earl was on the bed. So let's go like this. And then we cross out his whole row because he's on the bed. It's not that hard to figure out that there's no row that he can be in then because we're crossing it out. Fern, she was sitting in a chair. Doesn't help us yet. Grant was alone in the chief's office. So we know So go like that. So Clarence as well. So Clarence is here. Awesome. So we have Abigail, Clarence. We still don't know Earl. Okay, Fern, she was sitting in a chair. She can't be alone with Grant. Can't be here. The only chair left is right here in the reception area. Way to go, Fern. Awesome. So we have Abigail. Brad was in the reception area. Harrison, Grant, Abigail, Brad, Clarence, Earl, Donovan, Vern, Brad, he was in the reception area. So we have Abigail. We don't know where Brad. We have Clarence. Donovan. Earl. Vern. Oh, so with Clarence's box, remember, let's go this way. And that tells us where Grant is. And we're gonna cross out Earl too. Earl has to be here on the bed. Awesome. So we have Abigail, not Brad, Clarence, Donovan, Earl, Fern, Grant. So just Harrison, Brad, and Vladislav. So looks good. Harrison's in the corner of the room. Brad's in the reception area. Okay. The victim has to be in one of these spots. He cannot be with, because he was alone with him. So the victim could be here. Or in this box. This just leaves room for Harrison or Brad. Always important to take a step back because I forgot to X this out, which means Brad has to be in the reception area. Go like this. So now we just have Harrison and Vladislav. And okay, Harrison can only be in a corner. But watch this, you guys. So if I put him here, I have to X out this column in this row, and that leaves no room for Vladislav. So Harrison has to be right here.